Yeah, good day, everybody. How are you doing? How's the day going? So, today I will want to share about my academic journey while I was in school. Yes, how I went from failing to being a success. Yeah, I'll just say it that way. So, in my second year, that's my second year in the university, I had a lot of challenges from accommodation issues. Because we had to move from a campus. I went to UNN, University of Nigeria, Nsukka precisely. So we have to move from UNN to UNEC, and I had a lot of academic issues. I was finding it difficult. First of all, I didn't have a hostel, though I had a cousin then that opted to take me in, but due to the people that we call the porthouse, so they man the gates of hostels, and because of then I didn't really know my way around, so they will always tell me, "You're not part of this hostel. Get out. We don't want you." There was even a day I faced an embarrassment. I went to get something from one of the shops downstairs. So while I went to get that. The whole governor or the portal, that's the head, met me. I was like, "Where is my card? Where is this? Where is that? Where is that?" I was like, "Man, I didn't know what to say because I was still new, though I was in second year, but it's a new campus, all right? So I was still new. Because of that, I made up my mind. I'm gonna find a place to stay. I'm not gonna stay here anymore. So I left. When I left, I decided to, okay, I went home because it was Christmas break. I went home. Coming back, there's this my friend, Miss Summer. We were in the same fellowship together. So because of that, we had to find a place, a lodge. It was not just us. And that lodge became a nest for a lot of girls because they always come around. Sometimes we go be seven. And then there's this big phone my parents gave me. So I came back to school with it. It was very big, contained a lot of people, so it became a nest for to a lot of people, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that. So let me go back to the journey. Because of those issues, well, by the time we got accommodation, it was quite late. Starting the new semester, balancing academics, balancing school, in a new environment, learning new things in a space of weeks, months, very few months, few days, few weeks remaining to exams, and I failed some courses. Yeah, I failed two courses. Some of them I got D's. Some of them I got D's. It was just okay. Let my people go. But I knew somehow it began to reshape my identity, or who I was. I'm like, am I the one failing? What is really happening? And then a lot of things were going down the hill, and I was losing courage in myself. I was becoming a shadow of myself. I was very unkempt, you know. I wasn't bold anymore. I wasn't even coming out. Yeah. I'm the type of person that I talk a lot. Yeah. So because of all those failures, I decided to just calm down, be myself, go into my shell, a shell that is not originally me, but that was where I found myself. So third year started. Between second year and third year, thankfully, okay, I began to pray about it. I began to pray because there were a lot of things that were going south that period. So I'm a Christian, yeah. So if you're not a Christian and you're watching this video, just stay till the end. You may pick one or two things that can help you in life. So I began to pray. I said, "Oh God, I need, first of all, help me in my academics." It was a cry. It's not like I was, "Lord, thank you." No. I said, "Lord," it was a cry. And because my parents valued education, and then they put in a lot to train me and all that. So I was like, this is not who I am. I began to pray and cry to God. I needed guidance. I needed mentorship. So first of all, the first thing that I noticed God did was that He began to bring me men. And I think that was what changed it. First of all, I met my mentor. Shout out to Dr. Jevo Korea. I'm so proud. I'm so grateful to him. Like, I've seen God through him hold my hands and going the ladder, and we're still going. And I'm grateful for him, for the wife, Dr. Betty Okori, I'm so grateful to God for them. Now, I met him. He began to reshape my identity again. He began to tell me, this is not you. Yeah, because first of all, he requested for my results and he checked it. He's like, okay. And then from there, providing mentorship, guidance, telling me this is not, okay, this is not you. This can it can be changed. But there's one thing I knew he did. He didn't focus on my failures. He didn't focus on them. He just focused on the positive parts of me. He can even tell you how beautiful you are. He's a father. Yeah, he's still a very, very, very great father to me, and I'm grateful to God for him. While though I went home that period. I told my parents I failed, and I failed, some courses, and then they started praying for me and trying to pull me up. Yeah. So when you're passing through a downtime, I don't think it's time to share it alone. There are times you begin to, there are people close to you who could hold your hands, who could encourage you, who could pray with you. I will encourage you to share it with them. So amidst all these things, I still went back to God and I said, God, what will be done about this situation? See, one thing I picked out from what God told me was that one thing that stands out and is still standing out till today. He said he will give me a group of academic friends, or a group of friends, and from there my academics would have a turnaround. And I believed that word. And I kept going. By then, I just had my friend Favor. Shout out to Favor, Obidike Favor. Like, she's been there. Yeah, I can't count my friends without. I can't count three of my friends without counting Favor. And I'm grateful. Now, I started, trusting the Lord again, learning to trust again. And then one of those days, there's this girl that usually sat beside me. I saw her reading a book, Excitable Tissues. That's what it's called. And that book was the course I failed. I'm like, wait a minute, why are you reading this book? She told me she failed the course. So I'm like, oh wow, I failed it too. So she said, I'm not understanding it. Do you mind if we read it together? By then, God had already started helping me to read and understand it. So I was able to, read it, understand. I was reading some other textbooks, not just the materials. I began to read some other textbooks, some other materials. And then shout out to Collins, if I took Collins too. He sent me some materials, past questions for medical students. I was in nursing, or I'm in nursing. He is in medicine, so he sent me some materials. Along the line, I also met another very, very wonderful guy, Sinclair Oba. Shout out to him. He was the one that kept encouraging me when all things were down, when I didn't even see any hope in myself. He was like, no, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. And then once he'll ask me, what's your grade here? What's your grade here? How is it going? Sometimes he will want to call, but then he will tell me, if you don't read for 4 hours, I'm not going to call you today. And that was how I kept reading, kept trusting. I began to form that habit and discipline of reading, and it stuck. And then let me go back to my friend. I think I'll call her name Chisom. So before then we were not friends. I didn't know. I knew her as a classmate though. I knew she used to sit beside me or behind me, but I didn't really have her as a friend or acquaintance. And then we agreed that we are going to be reading the Excitable Tissues together, and we started reading the Excitable Tissues together. The one she did not understand, I will explain to her. Sometimes we'll Google it. Sometimes, there are many things that happened during that period, but I give all glory to God. Now, we wrote the exam and we passed. Funny enough, because by the time I started finding out these truths, we had already written the quiz. So I think she got something like 17 in the quiz. I got 3/30. Because by then I hadn't found out some of these truths, but I didn't give up. I still trusted God, and then because of all those preparations, God's help and all that, I think she got two of us got 50 something in the exam. That 50 something she got added to her 17 was a B. But my own 50 something added to what I got was C. And we were both grateful. She was thanking me, even till today. And it's something she would just call me, but I thank God for how every single thing went. So that was just some added to me. And then we kept going. There was an exam they announced then for nursing students. If you're close to any nursing student, you will realize that nursing students drink exams like water. So every now and then exams are being announced. We're taking exams. So that period, they announced that we're going to start our pre-council for our RN registered nursing license exam. And we were all confused. We didn't know what to do. What happened was, Chisom came back to me. She's like, listen, I want to read with you again. I said, there's no problem. So on the other hand, there's this other of our friend. Okay, Favor was staying with me. Favor, OBDK, yeah. So we started reading together. We had not started reading together at that time though, but with Chisom added to me, I'm like, okay, we're going to find a way out of it. Then with Favor joined, we were 3. Now there's this other friend who came around. One I don't know what brought her to my room, but it was just I and Favor. What brought her to my room? She was like, okay, I think we were reading something, and then some explanations. Those students, they are bookish. Even in the room, there are discussions around what they are learning, because that's the only way you could hold what you are learning. So, but as at that time, destiny was added to us. We were 4. We started reading. In the hostel, we will read. Every time we will read, even things word for word. We'll set quizzes, we'll set exams, we'll set quizzes for ourselves. We'll bring things together. We'll look for extra books to read, or things that could help us outside of what the lecturer taught. And because this group was a blend of so many things. We had cholerics, yeah. I don't want to mention names, but we had a choleric. We had a sanguine. We had, I think we had a male. We had a male, and we also had phlegmatic. So we were like a 4. We are 4, composed of different characters and attitudes. But thank God we were able to manage it, and because this person, a choleric, will always be like discipline. A sanguine will always take us out. Let's play. Let's do this. But I think that was God's hand and God doing miracles. And we went from, gradually reading. Even some then, her grades were not that encouraging. In fact, all of us had different stories. But by our coming together, we began to, iron ourselves more. This thing the Bible says iron sharpens iron. Is not a joke. So we began to iron out our differences, sharpen each other, help fill the gaps. There were some other friends that could join us once, people like Sandra, people like Amazing, a lot of many wonderful people. But these were the 4 core friends that helped me. They helped me. I helped them too. And I'm so grateful. If I begin to see some of the things we did, sometimes we escaped to places that they were not even allowed, because some of us were key holders in a lot of, parastatals, maybe in the church or so. We could call others. We had keys to some offices. So we could call some others. Like if it was maybe Chisom could call us. Please, this is our office in where I work or where I serve is open. Come, let's read. So this was just how it kept going until we were done. And when we were done, I am so grateful to God, and I'm happy to announce that I graduated with a 2-1. Yeah. Even after the failures, after the whole thing, I graduated with a 2-1. I don't know. You may think it's a joke, but this was my second. I don't know if you could see it. This was my second year result, which I failed woefully. I came down to a 2 point. Okay, for first semester 2.89, second semester 2.79, and aggregate of everything was 3.12. It was that bad, but with help and with grace and with strength from the Lord, by the time I was in fourth year, this I don't have the final year transcripts. It was at 3.5 exactly, and I knew, and I know that with my final year extra results, it will be way more than that. But I'm so grateful to God. This is my testimony, and I am just here to share it, and I'm here to also encourage you, just in case you're passing through anything, you're going through a hard time. There are many times in the life of any man, there will be times of severe hardship. There will be low times. There will be times where it's as though there's nobody that is there for you. There are times where it will be as though every door is closed and nothing is working. Trust me, you're going to be getting more videos like this, because it's not only my academics that God has helped me and I have a testimony. There are many other areas of my life that God has done things, and I'm happy and I'm grateful to God, and I'm here to share with you that there's nothing impossible for God to do. So I went from failing to success, to the glory of God. I want to say thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. You'll be encouraged, trust me. And if you know anybody that needs this video, maybe passing through a downtime, is in school, is finding things difficult, maybe academically or some other area of life, and you think this video can help, you can share. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.